Hi, this is Minnie May. I haven't been talking to you for a little while. I've just been busy. I've been in this rehab centre in Queensland in Australia now for 3 months, just a little bit past 3 months, and I'm at the stage in the program where I am doing step 4 of the AA program, very seriously digging deep and looking at personal defects, looking at my past behavior and things that I resented, and this process is to look inside and see what you can address, anything that you think you can improve on your behavior, and then after that to share it with at least one other person, which in my case probably would be my caseworker, or it would be my sponsor, or it might be both of them on different occasions. And then further down the track, I might want to do it again, because we build up resentment as we go along, and we might offend people again, even in a sober frame of mind. I thought tonight I wanted to share how I feel about the past few weeks. One of the main things that's happening for me is that I'm experiencing really deep homesickness again, right? Sadness that I've been carrying with me for a long time, and at some stage or other I'd have to address that, because what it does is although I speak to some members of my family regularly, I'm up to date with some of the things that's happening in South Africa. It hinders what I can do here for myself, and so every time when I feel like alone, or some people misunderstand me, or they don't understand where I'm coming from, I feel real sadness for having stayed away from South Africa so long. I haven't been home in years, and I think part of the onset of my addiction has got a lot to do with my experience with cancer of the stomach and death in my family. My brother had passed away of cancer of the stomach also, at the same time when I became very ill, and my coping mechanisms were just really shot, and I started drinking. I didn't see the addiction coming on, I didn't see it happening with me, and it didn't matter what I did over the years in order to address it. It just didn't work. And I come to a stage in my life where I had to let go of it and say, I'm an addict and I've said it before, the addiction has a nature of its own, and you have to be vigilant. I find I have to be vigilant to look for those things that give the addiction a hold. And I've experienced that this weekend. A few things happened that set it off, but one of the things, I tried to quit smoking, which I became addicted to a few years, like in the last 8 years or so, a secondary addiction. And so I tried to quit smoking for a few days, and then all of these feelings just emerged, and it scared me to death, seriously. I paced up and down in my room, and I thought, what am I going to do about this? This is really bad. I was imagining drinking it away, the feelings away, and just trying to do what I normally do, and that is just not deal with it. So today I've been to see somebody that uses ACT, which is acceptance and commitment therapy, so that I can learn some strategies to deal with the things that hook me, so that there's not a reaction. So on Saturday, what the reaction that I had was, I had a few smokes, and then got some of the paperwork for my housing out of the way. This is what was stressing me. I was feeling, well, my feelings were like this: homesick, homeless. I wouldn't even call it loneliness, it's much deeper than that, and really deep sadness. And I did what I normally do, I squashed it, so that's not, I got relief a little bit, but I don't want to continue that pattern, because it doesn't spell a good recovery for me, because I'd have to deal with it at some stage, because there's no way I can go home. And they say home is where the heart is, right? So I have to be honest and say my heart is in South Africa, and it has nothing to do with family. It's got to do with me, where my roots are, where I want to make a difference eventually. But where I go, everywhere I go, my addiction goes with me. So if I don't deal with it now and I try and learn some new strategies of coping, I don't think I'd be able to survive in South Africa. I've been there before, I worked in South Africa and tried to set up an NGO, which by the time the NGO was, I had my number after the whole process, and I've done training during that time for about 20 people in the Grassy Park retreat area as nurse, as carers, and I depleted all my resources and my personal resources also. So I came back to Australia basically broken. My spirit was broken. And I can see that now very clearly. When I came back, I came home knowing I probably won't be going back for a little while, and that's exactly what happened. But now my mind is set that I'm going to work really hard on my recovery. And when I say work, as in do whatever I need to do. And then I have to address all these deep-seated feelings and reach out and get as much help as possible. I'm in the fortunate position, as I said before, to be in a place where I can look at myself, where I can spend time redressing the way I live, who my friends are, identifying the things that actually cause me to feel lonely, homesick, the personal stuff that I do. And I'm really enjoying being connected to the community where I'm at the moment. There's quite a large number of us, and I share with a group of women, which I haven't experienced before, long term. So it's real good learning experiences that I'm getting, and I'm thriving on it. But that doesn't take away from what you personally have to deal with, the stuff that I'm dealing with at the moment. So today I went for my second counseling session, where I learned about what ACT means, and it's very interesting. I need to spend some time on it before I can actually use an example to clarify, for anybody that's interested. But for now, I'm learning the process, and so I came home with a list of values to look at, and then I'm going to familiarize myself with the process, because this work that I need to do is fairly urgent. I don't want to experience fantasizing drinking again, and if it happens, I need to know how to deal with it, because it happened on a weekend. I actually imagined if I had money, which unfortunately I didn't have, I'd buy some wine and just self-sabotage, because if I have a drink here, I'd have to leave. That's the rules. You have to be abstinent while you're here. So I narrowly escaped, I think. And I know it's not a laughing matter, but I have to smile at myself, because the vivid imagination I had, that comes from the addiction, obviously, because it's no fun, you know. The drinking has long lost its enjoyment. Yeah, so I can't even pretend that I would enjoy a drink. I just wanted to dull all those feelings. Yeah, and so for now, that's about it that I want to share tonight. The step 4 is a long, drawn-out process for me because I've got years of issues to look at, things that happened over the past, and you know, I want to be honest and reflect on some of the things. And one of the main things is that I've been carrying with me for a long time is that first time when I immigrated to Australia, and all the resistance that I felt that I didn't actually address at the time. I didn't have the courage to actually stick up for myself, mainly. And every time when I've come back to Australia, I came back for my family members that are here, my children and my ex-husband that are here. I came for one of those reasons, except for myself. And when I came back for myself, for example, it was because I felt as a mother that's what I should do. And so I haven't been taking good care of myself at all. And that's one thing I want to work on. It's in the past, however, it strongly influences how I feel about, it strongly influences my addiction. It plays on it. And some of the choices that I made, you know, disengaging from church, disengaging from community, making friends mostly that are drinkers, and those that aren't drinkers, people that I associate with, but on a very superficial level. I don't have a strong friendship circle like I used to have years ago that sustained me. So all of those things I need to address. So for now, I think I'm just grateful that I'm sober today, and that I once again have the opportunity to, you know, look life squarely in the face and say, game on, and continue to recover from this addiction, which of course is long term, and look at some of the possibilities, you know, the possibility that I could still make a difference in the community here, and maybe in the future in South Africa, whichever way I plan. And I'm leaving it for God to, I let go and let God undertake for me. And I'm grateful that I can trust in His, that He'll be there. He's always been there. He'll strengthen me and strengthen my resolve to be the best person I can be. And, you know, just be authentic. It's always been my position. I'm authentic, but I didn't tell people how much I'm struggling with alcohol. So now I'm doing that, and I think I can be as honest as I can be, you know. Yeah, so I'm really glad to have had this conversation, and I hope you find some value in it. And whatever you're working on in your own life, that you find strength and support and encouragement wherever you are, and seek it out if you need to. I think that's the hardest part, is swallow your pride. You know, I had to swallow my pride on Saturday and reach out for help, and today, because I'm so used to doing it for myself. I sometimes care more for other people than what I care for myself, and it's a hard lesson to learn. So dig deep and make those changes, and you know, face those fears, and God bless. Bye.